Morning. Let's grab those dumbbells. Good. Let's take the legs nice and wide right off the bat today. Holding onto those dumbbells. Let's make sure that the toes are spread wide. Weight is going through the big toe, baby toe, center of the heels. Knees are soft. And drop your tailbone down. Make sure it's going straight to the floor so those ribs are over top of the hips. Yeah? Shoulder rolls. Nice and easy. Waking it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, roll it down. Now the chin. Let those dumbbells take you down to the floor. Feel the stretch along your spine. Maybe there's a stretch in the back of the legs. Roll it back up. Exhale. Scoop and roll it high. Again, standing tall, shoulders up and around. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold those arms down. Drop the right ear. Find a stretch in the side of the head. Bring it up and over the other side. Bring it back to center. Drop the chin. Roll it back down to the floor. Again, allow those dumbbells to stretch underneath the collarbone, between the shoulder blades. Bend those knees. Stretch it up. Bend, stretch, down, and up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Gonna soften the knees, roll it back up. Let's take those arms nice and wide. Big circles high and circle them down. Soften the knees, lift it high. Close the ribs on that exhale. Inhale and down. Up and down. One more. Good. From here, reach the right ear over. Push through the left toes so you lean onto the right. And then I want you to roll down to your toes to the center. Come right up through the center. We're going to do the opposite side. Left ear gets heavy. Push through the right foot. Collapse around the spine, down over the left foot. Come to center and up. We'll do that just a little faster. We're going to push over to the right. Roll down to your foot. Come center. Both feet are flat. Rolling it up. Left side. Down and around. Up. One more each way. Over. Down. And left. And up. Good. Shoulder rolls. 4, 3, 2. Let's do a little step touch today. To the right. Little taps. Keeping the legs wide. Just letting those arms swing. Side to side. Again, keep softening those ribs. Ribs and pelvis staying in alignment with each other. 4, 3, 2. Now pull the foot back behind you. Reach to the back edge of your mat. Good morning. Just a ball and weights today. And we're just stepping side to side. Left, right. Take that arm and reach it up. We're going about halfway up, just before shoulder height. Right, so we stay on tempo. Feeling those abdominals turn on, right, so that we don't twist, we don't hyperextend the thoracic spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to just a step tap side to side. Good. Let's change up these arms. Bending the elbows and rotating open. Bending and stretching out to the side, in, out. Good. I want you to really try to pull those elbows forward. Right? Feel your thumbs pulling backward. That's it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take those arms forward. Same thing, bend and stretch to the front. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms down. Let them hang. Let them swing. Good. Now we're just gonna keep this swing, but I want to make those legs work a little harder. We're gonna lift them up. Lift them out to the side. Lift. Feel that bum cheek squeeze as that leg pulls slightly behind you, but up. Keep zipping up through the front. Pubic bone. Ribs softening. 4, 3, 2. Back to your taps. Good. Turn the legs parallel, and let's take it to a lunge. Bending one side to the other. Good. Side to side. Let's put the hands toward the hips, or they can dangle either way, but let's make sure our spine is flat. Leaning the chest forward. Forward. Get a nice flat back here, flat spine. Good. Take it to the right side, hold it. So again, both hands can be on the hips or they can just be hanging. Gently retract the shoulders. Keep those arm bones in the socket. We're gonna stretch the right leg, still leaning forward. Bend it, just the right leg. Bend and stretch. Bend, stretch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You gotta hollow out that belly, soften those ribs. 2, 1. Center, relax it down. Stretch your bum to the ceiling. Let your back release. Let it hang. Good. We're gonna bend those knees. Return our spine back to that flat back. Good. Shift everything into the left leg. And we lift the left leg. We bend it. We stretch it. We bend it. Again, softening those ribs. Exhale, pulling that low belly in. Keeping your tailbone high. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Center, fall down. Release the head. Lift your bum as high as you can and just let's move the hips to the left, to the right, one side then the other. Good. Soften those knees as you come back center, rolling it up. Nice. Very good. Let's take it to a lunge. Let's get a nice big stretch in the thigh. So right foot forward, left leg back. Good. First things first, make sure your feet are all pointed in the same direction. All toes pointed in the same direction. Hips are square. And then push yourself up onto your back toes. Good. Gently drop that tailbone down, softening those ribs. And just a split squat. Straight down, straight up. Checking in with the knees, right? I want that front knee to stay over your ankle. So maybe you're gonna pull that left leg back a little bit more. Breathe out. Good. Gently feel that right side of the hip pulling backward as that left hip tries to push forward a little bit. So we're just trying to actually keep the pelvis square. 3 more. 2. Hold it down. Take that front heel up and down, up, down, up. Can we lift that chest? All right, no collapsing here. Gently roll the collarbone open. Soften those ribs at the front. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Keep that heel lifted. Stretch the legs and lower. So split squat on rocks. Down. Up. Good. 3. 2. 1 more. Lovely. Step it in. Give it a little shake out. Other side. So again, we step the right leg back, hit those toes pointed in the same direction. Push off the back toes so the heel is lifted. And again, we're gonna keep those hips nice and square. Bending down, split squat, and up. Down, and up. Breathe. Good. Keep that weight forward in the front heel. Back leg can go in a nice straight position on the way down if that feels better for the knee. All right, but let's do our best to keep that tailbone pointed to the floor. Zipping to the front of our low belly, softening the ribs. 2 left. Take it down, hold it. Popping that front heel up and down, up. Take your time, don't rush. Push through the second toe, big toe. 3, 2, hold it up. Stretch the legs. Take it back down. Woo. And up. And down. You got it. Take your time. 2. 1 more. Lovely. Bring it in. Woo, shake out the legs. Grab a little drink of water if you need it. We're going to go plies. Okay, grand plies. Take those legs wide. Turn out. Again, keep that tail, pelvis underneath your ribs. Straight down. Just finding that stretch in the groin. Along those inner thighs. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Exhale, lift. Good. Challenging yourself a little bit. Let's just hold those dumbbells over the shoulders by your ears. Or, yeah, over your shoulders. Pull those elbows forward to the front. I've had a week where I swear the words that come out of my mouth do not match what my brain is telling it to say. So I apologize if I'm saying random things, but weights are over the shoulders, elbows are squared, pulled in so that they're pointed forward, keeping that body nice and narrow. 2. 1 more. Keep the legs down, stretch your arms up, hold them high. And try to soften your ribs here. We're going to do some work in and around your shoulder blades, right in the rhomboid at the back. Going to be lots of work to try to keep those ribs closing, especially for myself. I don't want to do that. My ribs love to pop open. Really try to soften them down. Really tighten those suspenders. Good. 2 here. 1 more. We're going to keep that plie going, but open those arms out wide and hold them out in that T, palms forward. So your thumbs are up, your baby fingers down. Good. 3, 2. Let's change it to a lateral raise for those arms. Pull those arms in. Take them back out, palms down. Good. Reach. Keep softening those ribs. Gentle squeezing your bum as you got weight down through the heel. Baby toe side of your foot, big toe anchored. Keep trying to elongate, stretch out those elbows. Good. 3, 2. 1 more. Good. Arms forward, palms down. Forward raise. Don't let them go higher than your shoulders, right? Doesn't feel like they lift very high. It's because our bum is going down. We really just want to make sure we get those arms out level to the floor. Again, gently pinch the shoulder blades, just a little bit, so you can feel those arms pulled back into the socket. Four. 3 more. Good. 2. Last one, I want to stay down in that plie. Turn the palms up, bicep curl here. Good. Let's exhale, soften the ribs, tighten those suspenders. Nice and slow, keeping the elbows high. Okay? If we go fast, there's a lot of momentum involved. I want to take that momentum out today. Again, those elbows are squeezing towards center, so they stay on the inside width of our rib cage. 4, 3 more, and 2 more. One more time. Beautiful, bring it down. Lovely, we're gonna keep those elbows bent. Lift them up, think of tossing your hands back behind you, and then bring it in. You cannot arch your back, it wants to, but don't let it happen. Soften the ribs. And forward. Up. Elbows stay bent, I don't change that. I'm just focusing on where my elbows are going. They pull back, they pull forward and up, reach for the ceiling, and then forward and back. 2 more of those. And bring it back. We got 1 more. Lift. And bring it in. Pulsing those legs, arms can rest. Pulse, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, hold it low, shifting left and right. Shift from side to side. 4, 3, keep those knees rotated open. Stay low, take the legs backward, backward, backward. Good, keep the tailbone to the floor. Keep those ribs over those hip bones, right? So if you touch your ribs and you touch your hips, they should be directly underneath each other, not ribs forward, and then those hands have to scoop underneath, right? Straight line. 4, 3, 2, push all the way up. Walk it in. Nice work. Let's take it down onto our hands and knees. Keep the dumbbells. We'll work on the back a little bit here. Now I'm going to throw a newer one at you. If you need to drop the dumbbell, do so, okay? But we're going to try our best with it. So let's start with 1 dumbbell. We're going to use the left hand. Both hands are going to be lined up under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And first thing I want you to do, I just want you to tuck your tail and lift your tail high. Tuck it, lift it. Nothing in particular, but feel the tail down and up. Notice the shape of your spine. Notice where you feel comfortable. Notice where you don't. And then I want you to pull your sit bones to the top half of the wall behind you. So that might not be the comfortable position for you. Yeah, that's okay. Keep those sit bones high. Let's think about those ribs. Really trying to pull up away from the ground so that you can gauge the low belly and those ribs. Just to start, take that left hand back by your thigh and palm is up as we lift it parallel to the floor beside your bum and down. So we're just going to do this chest expansion. Exhale, belly button, rib cage, arm. Stretch your elbow. Again, exhale. And lift. 3. And 2. And last one, hold it high. Good, from here, turn that palm in. Same exercise, palm is in. Down, exhale, lift. And exhale, lift. Two. Last one, you gotta lift, you gotta hold it. Stretch your elbow, open the collarbone. Now take that arm out to the side. Palm faces the mat, lower down. This is your abduction, and lift. Right, posterior fly, lift it. And exhale. Try to keep your belly button on the center of your mat. Your nose looking at the same spot on the mat between where both hands would be. Last one, you gotta hold it up. Pull that arm forward to the front. This is the new one. Pull the elbow back and push forward. Pull it back, push forward. Open the chest. Do the best you can. Let's keep that arm parallel to the floor in line with your ear. So the hand has got to stay higher than the elbow. 4, 3 more, 2 more, last one, and bring it in down. Good, give yourself a moment. Do a couple shoulder rolls, give your right wrist some circles. We're gonna turn around, oh, I'm gonna turn around, but we're gonna switch the weight into the right hand. Yeah, so again, hands under the shoulders. Again, make sure that our bum is up. We're not sagging in that waist. Keep the waist lifted. Take the hand back by the side. Palm up. Here we go. Exhale. Lift and down. Exhale. Pelvic floor. Soften the ribs. Lift. Good. One more lift to hold it. Keep the collarbone open, that spine long. Really pull the chest, the head forward, your sit bones back. Turn the palm in. Same exercise with a new hand position. Lower it down. Lift that baby finger high. Exhale, stretching the elbow. Open that collarbone. Watch the head isn't drooping. Let's keep the head in line with the rest of the spine. Hold it high. Changing it out to the side. Reach out in line with the collarbone. You can see it in the corner of your eye. Lower to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Lift up to that low belly. Soften the ribs. Lift the arm. Keep trying to stretch and elongate that elbow a little longer if we can. 2. One more. Hold it up. Let's bring that arm forward. Palm stays facing down. We bend to pull back. We press forward. And press forward. Again, every time you move, you gotta exhale. 4, 3, 2 more. One more time. And bring it down. Woo, take a little rest. Good, little wrist circles for that left hand. Shoulder rolls. Nice. Let's take this to our bum. I want you to grab your squishy ball. Okay? We're going to put it behind our thigh. So let's go back to the left leg. Squeeze it in. So options, if we need to, you're welcome to go to your forearms, right? You can put your forearms on a yoga block on your roller if you want to be propped up a little higher. Otherwise, straight arms today. Hands underneath the shoulders, roll the collarbone open. Again, lift your sit bones, and let's keep those ribs and belly lifting with each exhale. Take that left foot for the sky. Breathe out and down and lift. And lift. Try not to dump in your lower back, right? You really feel that belly button lift higher, and then that leg's got to follow. Lift. You got it. 2. Good. I want you to hold it high. We're going to try to cross that leg behind the right, and then lift it right back up to where it was. So it's going to cross behind the right, lift it up. Cross, up. So I actually want you to use the exhale as you pull it in now, and up. Exhale, and up. And exhale, and up. 3, 2. One more. Woo, pulse it higher. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Lovely. Change legs. Squish that ball in that right leg. Good. Open that collarbone. Make sure the head's not drooping. Good. Exhale. Pelvic floor, waistline. Close those ribs. Lift the leg up and down. And lift. And up. Lift it high. Good, feel that squeeze right around your sit bone, around your underwear line. Two more. Good, you gotta hold this one up. Now cross it behind that left leg. And up. And down, exhale. Lift. Exhale. Lift. Exhale. Lift. Good, two more. And hold it up. Little tiny pulses going up, up, up. Watch your ribs. Keep them lifting, pulling together. Lift that belly. 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Woo. Well, now there's that hamstring. Yeah. Good. Let's bring it down. Let's come to our side. I'm going to lay on my right side first. Okay. So let's lay it down on our side. Take a moment. Let's make sure that our hips are stacked. So again, same thing, right? Hip bone to hip bone. They're directly underneath each other. It's not like moving forward, right? Straight line, vertical pull up. Good. From here, I want you to make your feet in line with your bum, shoulders in the air. So we got to soften those ribs. This is work just to hold those ribs in. It will change your breath a little bit, which means we're going to breathe more into our backside. So the belly pulls in, those ribs close, right? You feel a little space underneath the side of the body. We're going to flex that left foot and lift it parallel. And I want you to swing it backward. And then inhale, pull it forward. Exhale to the back. And inhale to the front. Exhale, zip up. Soften those ribs. Exhale, reach. Two. Last one, pull it back, hold it. Little teeny tiny pulses again, going backward. It's exactly the same as what you just did on all fours, right? Pulse from that bum cheek. Keep that knee parallel to the hip, parallel to the floor. 3, 2, push back, hold it. Now we're gonna take the shin up and down. You're cleaning the back corner. Lift and lower, lift and lower. What are your ribs doing? Let's just check in. Let's make sure they're soft, right? They're sinking. That low belly is lifting. Four. 2. Hold it up. Little pulses higher. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, rest. Good. We're going to work with some internal, external rotation. So I want you to take this left leg long. I want you to put your hand on the side of your hip so that you make sure the hip doesn't move and it's the leg in the socket. Okay? Which means this might not be a very big movement for some of us. We're going to rotate the thigh down. And we're going to rotate it up, which means your knee, your toes go down and rotate up. Hollow at the belly, soften the ribs. Open. And exhale. Open. Exhale, pelvic floor, waistline, rib cage. Open. 2. 1 more. Good. Half live, rotate in, hold it. Hold it in, rotate as much as you can. I want you to feel a little pull in that glute med in the side of your bum and go up. Little pulses, like 2 inches, lift, 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 because I can only use that hip I'm gonna leave that bum cheek. I can't use my waist. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good, shake it out. Take this top leg, place it behind, or place it in front. If you need to, you put it on top of a yoga block, a pillow, your roller in front of you, okay? But try not to collapse through the hips. So the leg is set up where it's comfortable. Mine's gonna go behind me. My bottom leg is extended. So my right leg is straight. Again, we're gonna play with that rotation. It's not gonna be as extreme, but it's gonna be to the ceiling and parallel. So I'm gonna exhale, hollow my belly, soften my ribs, lift the leg. Now turn the thigh up and then turn it back parallel so the heel feels higher. Rotate in, out, in, out. Now, you might feel how this moves on that right hip on the floor. Okay, we are rotating kind of right on top of that greater trochanter, which means you're gonna feel those muscles rotate and move. That little bony bit, shift off the ground and then put it back on the ground. Just keep that leg as high as you can. 2. Last one, we're gonna keep it parallel, so knees and toes face front. Lift, lift, soften the ribs, pull into that belly. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Ooh. Lovely work, take a moment. Let's push ourselves up, let's come up onto our forearm on our elbow. Let's add in some rotational work. Let's go into a side plank. We're gonna tuck the feet, knees down and away. Open up the collarbone. And then we're gonna exhale, pull into that belly, lift the hips. Take that hand nice and high. Roll the shoulders back, and we're gonna rotate under and open. And rotate, breathe out. Open. Good, breathe. Good, exhale, 4. 3 more. 2. 1 more. Come back to center. Let's bring it down. Let's take a moment. Come off the shoulder if you need to. We're going to come back to that same position. We're going to work the oblique on the top, and we're going to work the bum, the hip on the bottom side. So the top left leg is going to go out. Left arm is going to reach up. And we're going to lift the hips. From here, pull your elbow, knee together and sink your bum down. Lift your hips, stretch your arms. Pull it in, lift. Pull it in, lift. Breathe out. Breathe out. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Wonderful, bring it down. Sit it up. Yeah, take a moment, nice and tall. Shoulder rolls. Nice. Other side. So again, checking in, making sure that our hips are stacked. Both sides of our body act differently, right? So make sure that right hip is on top of the left. You can feel those ribs softening. Give yourself a little space on that left side body. Make sure the shoulders are comfortable. Good. From here, flex that right foot, lift it parallel. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale to the front. Exhale back, zip it up. Close the ribs. Two more. Pull it back, hold it. From here, little pulses going back and back. Zip it up, close the waist. Good. 8, 7, 6. Keep that knee parallel. 2, hold it back, lifting it up and down, lift and lower, lift and lower. 4, 2, 1. Good. From here, what did I do? We brought it back in and rested. We're gonna go to the nice long straight leg. Sorry, I got slightly distracted for a moment. Take that leg nice and long, pull into the waist. We got that hand on that hip, so we make sure that the pelvis doesn't change. Rotate the thigh down and the thigh open. Thigh down and open. When you rotate down and in, you might start to feel this pull, this tension going along your glute. That's okay, that's a stretch. Believe it or not, right? It's resisting, it doesn't want to let that leg turn in. That's okay, keep going into that feeling. Good. Last one, rotated in. Again, we're gonna keep that heel lifted. You can feel that muscle right at the side of your bum. It should be active. We're gonna lift it and lower it. Lift it. Soften the ribs. Keep that low belly pulled in. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Good, rest. Woo. That burns on that side for me. So again, bottom leg, we're gonna do the other side, so pick where you want that top leg to go. Stretch that bottom left leg nice and long. So again, let's do the best we can to keep it a straight line, right? All the way up to that ear. Then we're gonna exhale, hollow out, soften the ribs, lifting the legs. So rotate up to the ceiling, rotate to the front wall. So that's internal rotation. That's actually parallel, right? Again, you're gonna feel that kind of hip, that jump over that hip bone. That's okay. Just keep the leg lifted so that you're not pushing on it. Hollow it out. One more. Good, keep it parallel, lift the leg. Going up, soften the ribs. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Down. Woo. Good. Push yourself up. We're going into the side plank to add rotation in. Tuck those feet back behind you. Roll the shoulder back. Let's keep that elbow underneath the shoulder socket. And then lift. Good. Right hand high. Rotate to the left. Open back high. Rotate. Keep those hips high. Keep them parallel to the front wall. Good. 4, 3, 2 more. One more time. Good, and down. Take a moment, give that arm a moment. All right, we gotta do that oblique and lift. So we come back, right leg goes long, right arm goes long. Lift your hips. Keep everything square, those ribs softening. Now pull them together, drop your bum, lift it up. Drop your bum, lift. Breathe out. Breathe out. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Bring it down. And again, sit it up. Off. Shoulder rolls. Nice. Let's grab our squishy ball. Let's put it behind your rib cage. Get a nice little extension through the upper back. Good. So feet flat on the floor, knees pointed straight to the sky. You can take your hands behind your head, create a little support. I'm just going to reach it over the ball. Just allow those elbows to fall open, stretching through the front of the chest. Across the collarbone. Maybe there's a stretch around your ribs. Maybe there's movement or something going on along your extensors of your spine. Again, we breathe and try to soften the ribs. Stay where you are. Inhale. And exhale, soften the ribs. Inhale. Exhale, softening those ribs. Now we're going to come up, so we're going to soften the ribs and think of sliding them toward our hips. So you inhale, prepare. Exhale, soften the ribs. Slide those ribs toward your waistband. That's going to lift your head. We're just coming to neutral. We're just coming to a straight line. There should be work here because we're hovering our ribs and our head above the ball. And then take it back. And exhale, close those ribs. Slide them toward your waistband. Just let your eyes look above your kneecaps. Feel your armpits trying to pull forward a little bit. And down. Take it back. One more time. Exhale. Holding it here. We're keeping a neutral pelvis. I haven't touched my bum. My sit bones are reaching long underneath my ankles, underneath my feet. So it's all in the upper abdominals here. Try to really soften those ribs. Tuck them in to lift a little higher. And then relax on the ball. Lift a little higher. Relax on the ball. Lift. You can see that belly. Make sure it's sinking, right? I want you to feel that engagement, right? In that deep belly. Those ribs close. You can see your knees. Can you make sure that they're pointed to the ceiling? Right? They're not flaring open or falling, collapsing in. Last one. All the way back. Good. Come off the ball. Lay on your back. Enjoy all that beautiful space underneath you. We're going to try the exact same thing, but from the floor. So again, we're only lifting as high as we can go, keeping that belly down. Excuse me. Keeping that belly down. And again, my lowest ribs will always stay on the floor. I'm trying to get my shoulder blades off, but the lowest ribs will always stay on my mat. So take your breath, inhale. Exhale, close those ribs. Slide them toward your hips, lifting your head, chest, and shoulders up. Take a breath and roll it back down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, pelvic floor, waistline, curling it up. Inhale. And take it down. Good, and lift two. And one more, we're gonna lift, we're gonna hold it. Feel all that work in that low belly. Your bum is heavy. Your knees are pointed straight to the sky. Those ribs are trying to slide as if they're gonna tuck your shirt into your pants. And little pulses, exhale. Inhale, exhale, lift. Slowly, breathe out. Every exhale is gonna really soften those ribs down. Soften the ribs. Two. One more. Down, rest. Good work. Let the head be heavy. Let's take that ball, put it underneath our sacrum. So now we're gonna lift those legs up, tabletop. Again, feel those sit bones staying heavy, reaching over top of the ball. Those ribs softening in. The low back has some space underneath it. Our bum is lifted. We gotta keep that space. Toe touches. Exhale, right leg down. Back up, and left leg down. My hands are on my hip bones because I want to feel that my sit bone, or my hip bones rather, do not change. I want to make sure that they stay pointed to the sky. And exhale, keep that hip. Good. Suspenders. Sinking. Up. Exhale. One more each side. The more you focus on those ribs staying down, the more you focus on really trying to keep those hip bones stable and still, the harder this exercise is. Good, back up. Stretch your legs as straight as they'll go to the sky. Find your external rotation and stretch your ankles, point those feet. As the legs move away, I want you to stretch them more if you can, okay? So wherever they are here, they should be able to be longer when they're away from you, okay? We start up on the ceiling, tail is heavy. Exhale, close your ribs. Dip in through the belly and lower the legs down toward the top of the wall in front of you. And then bring them up. And exhale, pelvic floor, waistline, feel those ribs dropping down. Good, and breathe out through your mouth. Up, last time. Exhale. Lovely, bring it in, hug your knees. Good, give it a little hug. Nice little stretch here. Good. Let's take the feet down so we can take the ball out. Enjoy that space in the back. Little stretch for these legs. Let's grab the back of the right leg. Push that heel for the ceiling. Wake up that hamstring. Bend the knee down to the chest. Push it back high to the sky. Bend and stretch. Four, three, pull it high, point and flex your foot, keep your tailbone heavy, keep those ribs softening down as you breathe out, ankle circles, circle the other way. Good, bend it down. Other leg. Grab the thigh, push the heel for the ceiling, wake up that hamstring, bend it down, push it high. Bend and push. Two. Last one, we're gonna hold it high. Keep that tailbone down, softening those ribs. Point and flex the foot. Ankle circles. And circle the other way. Good. Bring it back in. Wonderful. Roll it over. Let's come over onto our belly. Good. So let's start with our Sphinx position. So let's come up onto our forearms. Elbows right underneath those shoulders. So they're nice and narrow. Squeezing those legs as close together as you can. Keeping that pubic bone nice and heavy. From here, you just take a big breath in. And then exhale, tuck the tail, lift the pelvic floor. Waistline, soften the ribs. Pushing down with those forearms to lift the crown of your head high. And then relax. Good. Again, exhale, tuck the tail, lift that belly, waistline, rib cage. Push with the forearms, but think of pulling back with those forearms. Pull those arms back for your hips. And then relax. Good. One more time. Exhale, pelvic floor, waistline, rib cage. Lift it high. and down. And the last one, lift it up. Lovely. Bring it down all the way. Taking those arms to your goal post, right? Out to the side, 90 degrees, bend them. Nice and wide so that chest can be flat on the floor. Your nose is probably going to get smushed. Okay? What I want from here, tuck the tail. So anchor that pelvis always, always, always. And just turn your nose to look, hover the mat. We're going to push with those forearms to see how high we can lift the chest, just like that Sphinx we just did. So exhale, lift your pelvic floor, waistline, rib cage, pushing down with the forearms, lengthening the crown of your head up to the ceiling, and back down. And exhale, pelvic floor, lift that belly button, soften those ribs, lift, and down. And lift. We make sure that our thumbs are up. We're actually turned those palms in. I didn't say that out loud in our setup, so let's just make sure that we're doing that. Exhale, tuck the tail. Lift the belly. Try not to squeeze your bum cheeks. Try to use your abdominals, your deep core here. And down. Last one. And down. Now the opposite. Lift your nose an inch. Open the collarbone, keep that pubic bone anchored. We're going to lift the forearms, elbow and hand up, and down. Again, we're going to soften those ribs in. So exhale, pelvic floor, soften the ribs. Lift those arms. And exhale. Good, feel the work between the shoulder blades. 2. Last one, hold it up. We're going to hold and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, pelvic floor, waistline, rib cage. Inhale. Breathing out. Feel the waistline lift, those ribs soften. One more breath. Pull it in. And down. Nice. Good work. Good. From here, let's take those hands back beside you. Taking it into our basic back extension. We're going to extend on the inhale now. Exhale to come down. So squeeze those arms in. And you inhale, pull the spine forward, lengthen yourself up. Now exhale, close that pelvic floor, zip up the belly, and lower your rib cage down so your face comes down. Inhale, lengthen, arms for pulling back. Keep them squeezing in. Exhale. Lift that belly button, soften those ribs to roll down. Inhale. Really try to resist, but make yourself longer as you come down. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Push it back. Child's pose. As far back as you can go. Soften those ribs for me. Keep that belly lifted. Good. Bring it back. Let's take it into a plank. So let's bring those hands forward. Roll your shoulders back and step one leg at a time back, up into that plank. Really think of your tailbone trying to hide between your ankles and pull into that low belly, soften your ribs. Good. Now working through the feet, push forward through the toes, pull your heels back. Push through the toes, heels back. So it's a little rock, front and back. Rock front, rock back. Breathing out, belly up, rib softening. Good. 2. One more. Take it to a downward dog. In that downward dog, let's stay on the toes. Let's soften the ribs. Good. Pull it forward, back into the plank. Breathing out. Open up the collarbone, nice long neck. Head is lifted in line with your spine. One more breath, and then lift your bum high. Good. Holding in the downward dog again. Try your best to keep those ribs soft. Let's walk on the spot, one heel down, then the other. Stretching at the back of the legs, the calves, the heels. Good. Wonderful. Bring those knees down. Good. Let's take a lunge. Let's bring that right leg forward. Bring your hands up to balance. Good. Again, hands on your hips so you know where they are. Try to level them out and push your weight forward into your front right leg. Keep those hips square and level. Tuck the tail. Breathe in and out. So the stretch might not be super big for some of us today, but let's really focus on keeping the pelvis square. Keep that left hip pulling forward, that right hip trying to pull backward. Three, two, one. Good. Let it go. Change legs. Bring the left leg forward. Again, hands onto the hips. Square up your hips to the wall you're looking at. Again, I'm going to think of my right hip forward, my left hip back, and shift as much as I can forward into my front left leg. And then I want to make sure that my hip bones are not pointing down. They're trying to stay parallel. So you're going to really think about those suspenders. Breathing in and breathing out, softening the ribs, drawing the low belly in. Three, two, one. Good. Let it go. Nice work. From here, let's just do a goalie stretch. So on all fours, take the right leg out to the side, stretching the inner thigh. Nice. Let's keep that nice flat spine for me. And then we'll change legs. Pull the right leg in, left leg will go out. Keep the knees and toes facing forward. And gentle rock backward and forward again, keeping the tail high. Two. Last one. Beautiful. Bring it back in. Let's push yourself up onto your feet. Lift your bum and hang forward in your forward fold. Try to relax the head. Relax the shoulders. You can wiggle your hips from side to side. And then we're going to roll it up. Take a moment. Nice big breath. Exhale. Scoot through the belly. Soften those ribs. Drop the tailbone. Stack the rib cage up on top. Beautiful. Nice big breath. High to the sky. And out. Last one. Up. And then out. Shake it out. Shake it, shake it. Good work. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.